All right, guys, well, I'm down here today at Holly Springs Tactical Gun Range, located in Mooresboro, North Carolina, with the Taurus Raging Judge. This is such a cool revolver, and I'm super glad that I've got one out to the channel. I actually purchased this from Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore when they had them on sale. This shoots 410 shotgun shells, 45 Long Colt, and 454 Casull. This thing is a beast. We're gonna shoot some steel. We'll probably put the shotgun shells on a pattern, and I've just got bird shot today. We'll try buckshot in the future, but this is more of a first shots video to see how it handles. Now, this is not the titanium ultralight like the Raging Magnums. This is the Raging Judge, and it is an all steel frame gun, so it is super heavy. Also, I'll show you guys right here, the cylinder has a double latch, and this thing is monstrous. The cylinder itself weighs half as much as the gun. Such a cool option with fiber optic sights and a really decent trigger. The single action is very crisp, light, and clean, and the double action is reasonably smooth, but a little bit heavy, and I think that's because it is rotating such a large cylinder. Enough talking, let's shoot this thing and see how it does. So we're going to start with some 45 Long Colt. These are some cowboy lead round nose. We'll try 6 of those at some steel up close and see how the recoil is. It'll probably be most non-existent since it's such a heavy gun with such a lighter style 45 Colt. Let's give it some shots at this distance. So we just finished up shooting the 45 Long Colt, and those were cowboy loads. It was a gentle shove into your hand, but you knew you were shooting something substantial. This, though, really managed the recoil well because it is so heavy and you get a full grip on the gun. I'm going to switch now to 2 different types of bird shot, and we'll put those on a pattern up close to see how that performs. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the recoil of the 2.5 shells and the 3-inch shells. So now I'm going to fire 3 of these 2.5-inch shells at the dirt. We're at 7 yards from the paper target. I'm going to check the spread. Then we'll move up to 5 and 3 and also check the spread with these 2.5-inch shells. So you can see the spread is huge. We've got pellets up at the top, all the way around. This would not be a viable option for almost anything at 7 yards with bird shot. So let's move it up again to about 5 and 3 yards, still aiming at the number 4. So you can see the spread has kind of tightened up a little bit, now making it effective for like a pest control maybe, or a varmint gun at a campsite. But you can see at about 5 yards, you are getting a substantial amount of pellets on target, maybe like a man-sized target. It does still have a pretty big spread though. So 3 yards, you could see a lot of the shot is on target, and 3 yards and in, if you had something kind of crawl or slither into your camp, if you didn't want to save it and keep it as a pet like my cameraman, you could shoot it with this gun and blast it at 3 yards. So this is more of a point and shoot gun at 7 yards and in, and also shooting those shotgun shells out of here, at least the 2.5-inch anyway, the recoil was incredibly manageable. You could really rattle off shots, no problems whatsoever with this long grip and heavy gun. Now let's try the 3-inch shot and see how that does. Now I've got 3-inch shells in here, which generally don't fit into the smallest Taurus Judge public defenders, but they will fit into this Raging Judge. Another cool feature about this gun. Let's see the recoil of these 3-inch shells. The 3-inch shells were surprisingly manageable, and I could actually pull the trigger and keep my sights on target as I shot through the 6 rounds. I believe we'll try this with buckshot and slugs later on in the future, but how cool is that to have 6 3-inch shells, shotgun shells, in a revolver this size? Such an awesome gun. Now for the big boy though, the 454 Casull. I've got some pretty nice ammo. We're going to run through this and really see what the recoil is like. Now we've got some 454 Casull in here. This is going to be interesting. Let's try it out. So we are done shooting for today, and this worked great no matter what we put through it. Starting off with the 45 Long Colt. If you want a gentle round, which is funny to say, shoot the 45 Long Colt through this gun, or the 2.5-inch birdshot. This is a fun revolver. The 3-inch shells seem to be really practical, especially if you're taking it for like a camp gun. And again, this would make a great camp gun because it is incredibly versatile with a wide variety of shells. The only one that really pushed you back a little bit was that 454 Casull. You could definitely feel those shells going off in your hands, but again, surprisingly controllable, especially after the experiences with that Taurus 44 Ultralight. That really did sting your hand a little bit. This one pushes you back, you feel it, but my wrists don't hurt, my hands don't hurt right now. You recover very quickly from that recoil impulse out of the Raging Judge. The sights are easy to pick up, the trigger is super nice, and I can highly recommend this gun. I am incredibly impressed at the quality as well as the price from Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore. And again, a huge shout out to Holly Springs Tactical Gun Range, located in Mooresboro, North Carolina, for letting us use their facilities. If you come over here, tell them 704 Tactical sent you over, and you'll get a discount on range fees. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.